Some seniors across the U.S. continue to take aspirin every day, even though they shouldn't be. Outdated guidance recommended a low dose daily to reduce the risk of blood clots. Since aspirin thins the blood, it can prevent clots. But experts warn taking aspirin daily could also come with undue consequences like excessive bleeding. New research found nearly 30% of adults 60 or older are still using aspirin, and about 5% are doing so without medical guidance. So seniors should definitely talk to their doctor about what's right for them. Well, it hasn't even been a full 2 weeks into monsoon season, and we have been slammed with storms from the valley to the high country. But along with the change in weather can come a change in our health. Did you know that the monsoon can actually take a physical toll on us? For instance, more flare-ups and migraines, allergies and asthma. But there are things that you can do to try and stay healthy during monsoon season. So let's ask the expert. Joining me now is Dr. Natasha Bhuyan, National Medical Director for One Medical. All right, we've been talking so much about weather, especially what's happening up in the high country. So how does the monsoon affect and impact our weather or our health?
Yes, there's a wide range of impact on our health. So number one is the monsoon rains can lead to stagnant water. And the stagnant water can be a breeding ground for mosquitoes. And in Arizona, mosquitoes do carry West Nile virus. And we tend to see cases of West Nile virus rise right about now and peak around September. And now the blowing dust can also carry fungal spores. And if people inhale that, they might actually get something called valley fever. And valley fever is the same in terms of the incidence with West Nile. We see cases rise right about now and through September. For both West Nile and valley fever, the symptoms are often vague. So with West Nile, people might get headaches or fevers. With valley fever, cough, congestion. But people often don't diagnose them in time because they don't always know what they are. And then the other things are, asthma flares, bronchitis flares. We also see, people get skin and eye irritation.
Is that from all the humidity? Is that why?
It tends to be from the humidity as well as the blowing dust. There's a lot of particles in the air. And now the other thing people don't expect around now is allergies. We don't think of allergies during now. But what happens is the rain, it does cause some blooming, it causes weeds, the wind blows around pollen, and because of all of that, people will sometimes get unexpected asthma flares. And then you mentioned monsoon migraines. I have a lot of patients that tell me they know when a storm is coming. Because of the fluctuations in barometric pressure, they will get headaches and they'll get joint pains. And so people start to feel those body aches and pains because of the monsoon. And then the other thing I alert people about is just traffic hazards. That can play an impact on our health as well.
Okay, so, traffic, we know what to do. Obviously, drive safe, don't, go into the flooded areas. But what are some tips to stay safe for the other things that you were talking about?
Well, right about now is a really good time to protect ourselves from mosquitoes. So what I tell people, of course, is remove any stagnant water from your yard. It might be sitting in puddles, it might be sitting on toys, on patio furniture. So remove all of that because mosquitoes will breed. Check all of your screens right now to make sure that they don't have any holes. Close your windows during dust storms. And like you were saying before, during a dust storm, we don't want to be running out and about. And then of course, we don't want to be driving. So pull aside, stay alive. And then a lot of people don't actually know, turn off your lights because those lights can actually attract other drivers. And so people will end up running into you because they don't have good depth perception. And I think as well, don't drive through flooded washes. One thing people don't think enough about though is puddles. A lot of kids play in puddles and those rain puddles, it can actually have a lot of bacteria and germs. Those are not very safe either. And so we tell people to stay away. And then of course, stay hydrated because people forget, even though it's humid, we can still get dehydrated. So drink plenty of water right about now.
I'll tell you, I was after work yesterday, I was headed into, raining cats and dogs. I had so many errands to run and I was like, you know what? Not even worth it.
Better to stay safe.
There was so much traffic. It was coming down sideways. It was crazy. And in situations like that, you know what? It's just not worth driving if you can avoid it.
Turn around and don't drown.
I went straight home. Turn on some Netflix. Okay, so let's go over some monsoon myths here. First one up, exercising outside can be unsafe.
Well, this is a little bit of common sense. So during a dust storm, we don't want people outside and inhaling all of the dust because you could get valley fever, you can get sick. But in general, during monsoon season, it's fine to exercise outside. Even if it's raining, some people enjoy exercising in the rain, so that's fine.
Okay. Next one, you can skip sunscreen on cloudy days.
That is a myth.
Yeah.
So UV radiation can penetrate those clouds. It can cause sunburns. It can increase your risk of skin cancer. So even on cloudy days, be sure to wear sunscreen.
Absolutely. The third one, avoid veggies and seafood during storms. Okay, Natasha, I have never heard of this.
You know, this is interesting. I think this is born from the fact that during storms, a lot of people have power outages like we were talking about earlier. And so during a power outage, I grew up in Arizona. I've had a power outage every single year during monsoon season. My fridge breaks down. And so if your fridge breaks down, your food is safe as long as it's been less than 4 hours and the food stays less than 40 degrees Fahrenheit. But if it's been more than 4 hours, you've got to toss all of that food. And so I think a lot of people think seafood and veggies, are they unsafe in the humidity? Do they attract mold? As long as you're storing them safely and you clean them, they're safe to eat.
Yeah, and the potato salad and stuff like that, like the things that you think about at the barbecue,
Exactly,
right?
yeah. And so I think with freezers and fridges, you know, the power goes out. We just don't want food sitting in there.
Yeah.
And it can smell, and if it's been 4 hours, you got to throw it out.
Excellent point. All right, Natasha, thank you so much. Okay.